Happy Thursday morning, everybody. If you are, in fact, watching on Thursday morning, my name is Jen, and it is Rise and Shine Yoga time. So hopefully you have your space, you have a nice quiet time for yourself. You potentially have some props with you. If you don't have any formal props, no worries. Blankets, pillows, comforters, rolled up sweatshirts, anything will work. And I also suggest having some water so you can hydrate as you go along. Even though this is a chill, relaxed, give yourself a little bit of heat, cool it off type of class, you still need to hydrate no matter what. So we're gonna start out in the position of your choice, spending 3 minutes. If you've joined this class before, you know that is what we do. We take 3 minutes at the beginning and 3 minutes at the end to bookend our class nice and easy. Get yourself in the mindset of going to class and then kind of rehashing what you did and then going off back into the world again. You can use these times as breathing exercises, you can use this time as gratitude lists, body scans, or you can just chill out and do nothing and just let your mind go. That's what I do. So we're gonna do that now. A few more breaths. Okay. If you're not on your back, you're gonna go there now. And we're gonna bring both knees in and give them a nice squeeze. I'm gonna make some circles with those hips. And then I'm gonna switch directions. I'm gonna bring one leg up and give it a little pull below or above the knee and point and flex that foot. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. I'm going to straighten that leg, give it a little pull, and then point and flex. I'm going to straighten both those legs to the best of my ability and bring my head up. Relaxing that head and neck as much as I can. And then bend those knees, relax. Try to do that 2 more times. Straighten those legs, bring that head up. trying to keep the shoulders back and down as much as possible. One more time, straighten those legs, bring that nose up towards the knee. And release. Now we're gonna roll onto our belly. So you can either roll like a ball and turn around, or you can turn to your side and turn around. Whatever way you're gonna do it, we're gonna be on our belly. You can only assume people have small spaces like I do, so how the transition might be in a big yoga class with lots of room around us may not be the case if you have walls and cabinets and things like that. So if you have wonderful space, great. I really appreciate it. But a lot of people don't. So that's what I'm kind of working with here. So we're here, we're just hanging out. And we're gonna push up to tabletop. So first we're gonna bring one hand with our palms facing down, but bring those hands towards your belly button, or the fingers towards your belly button. So one is going this way and one's going that way. That's what I'm looking for. And I can lean forward or back to intensify a stretch and go a little left and right. And I'm gonna switch it out, other side, same thing. Treating every side individually so you can really see what's going on with the body parts today. Making the movement. And then release. All right, tuck those toes under. Let's come into a little bit of a hover. So lift those knees and go back and forth. Warming up those hips, giving a little movement towards those ankles. Do one more like that and then bring those knees back down. Release. Sit back on those heels. Swing up nice and tall. And twist. And twist. Come back to the center. Now we're going to go into a full downward dog. So taking your time, getting there, stretching out those feet, pedaling back and forth, finding what works for you and what works well today, and then finding some stillness. Enjoying this stretch here. And then walking the feet up to meet the hands, letting that upper body hang. And then coming up nice and slow, rolling all the way up. Sometimes getting a downward dog, and I notice that's happening to me today, I get a really stuffy because of dry weather, allergies, whatever it happens to be. If you find that it's uncomfortable and it gives you pain, it makes you dizzy, anything like that, please feel free to go into something more like a child's pose or a puppy posture, anything like that. So know that that's always available to you at any time, no matter what class it is. I mean, obviously, you wouldn't want to do it in a kickboxing class, but you know what? To each their own. So, all right, so we're standing up nice and tall. Our shoulders are back and down. Our feet are right underneath our hips. So whatever that is to you, maybe they're a little bit in. Mine are about, I don't know, like a water bottle apart maybe. And I'm just gonna sit back and then come up. Just 2 more. Beautiful. Turn sideways. Bringing those arms up, palms facing up palms facing each other, fingers pointing up, sorry. Now, you can either do one of the two things. If you feel comfortable here, walk towards the front of your mat. You're gonna pick up one leg and step it back. If that's too much for you, bring those hands down and step it back. You decide what you wanna do. But we're stepping back here into a high lunge. So that front knees bent, back leg is straight, and we are here. Let's bring those hands down by our hips, palms facing up. We're gonna lean forward. Feel the difference in the stretch of the back leg while we're going through these motions. Come on up, bring those arms up. We're gonna do that 2 more times, so feel how that back leg stretches different. Leaning forward. And going up. One more. And come on up. Bring those hands to prayer. Shoulders back and down. And then walk back up to start. So we're gonna do that same thing on the other side. So if you want the hands down to step back or the hands up to step back, your choice. Lift the other leg. Bring it back. High lunge. Bring those hands down, leaning forward. And come on up. And bring those arms down. And up. And bring those hands down. And up. Bring those hands together in front. And walk it forward. Beautiful. All right, take here, grab some water if you want it. And we're gonna kind of do a little dancer prep. So if you want something for balance, please feel free to grab at any point in time. Okay. So I'm going to turn sideways so you can see whatever leg you want to start with. We're just going to bring that knee up and give it a little squeeze. Point and flex that foot. Feel the muscle in the front of your leg activate. And then bring that foot behind into a quad stretch. Come back in front, point and flex. And bring that foot behind. One more time, come in front, point and flex. And that standing leg, it's getting a little bit of a workout here, isn't it? And reach behind. So hopefully you didn't have to touch down, but if you did, that's okay. Release, shake it out. We're gonna do the same thing with the other leg. So this first little bit is just to get you comfortable holding that balance with that transition of that leg front to back. Okay, so if you score this time, bring that knee in front. Bring that knee in front. You'll also find out which leg is more stable for you today. And I'm pointing and flexing. I'm doing that to just challenge my balance a little bit. And then bring that leg behind. And I will tell you, I balanced a lot better by not looking at the camera. So if you don't need to look at the monitor, your computer, your TV, whatever, don't. Come back in front, point and flex. And come back behind. And then come in front, point and flex. And then come back. Release. Okay. Shake out those legs. How did that feel? Are we ready to move on? And if at any point you want to stop and just continue what we just did, cool, go for it. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do 1, bring that knee up in front, 2, bring that leg behind, and then we're gonna switch the grip. So instead of me grabbing on the outside of my foot, I'm gonna grab on the inside of my foot. So I'll show you. All right, so I'm gonna bring that knee up in front. I'm gonna hold it for a second. I'm gonna bring that hand down. I'm gonna come into this calf stretch. I'll show this quad stretch. Then I'm gonna take that hand and I'm gonna flip it. So I'm grabbing the inside of that foot. And I'm just gonna stay here. If you want to, you can lean forward a little bit, if that feels okay. We're gonna stop here. I'm gonna come back up. I'm gonna flip the grip. I'm gonna come back in through the middle of the middle of my torso and come back down. Sometimes I just make up words. My husband will 100% agree with that. Okay, so I'm gonna do the other side. Same thing. I'm gonna bring that knee up in front. I'm gonna slide that hand down. I'm gonna grab the outside of that foot. I'm going to transition my hand to the inside of the foot. And then if I want to, I can lean forward. I'm going to come back up, transition the hand, bring that knee in front, and then drop it down. Okay? Awesome. Now, next step. If you want, when we're here in this position here, I'm just holding out for balance, so I can straighten out my arm a little bit, straighten out my leg a little bit, and I can lean forward as far as I want. That's our next step, with that hand either down at your kind of like hip area, out to the side, or straight up. If you've ever seen Jessica's like avatar picture, it's her doing this dancer pose in like a shadow. Very nice, very pretty. That's what we're aiming for. I will promise you I will not be that pretty in the picture, but that's kind of what we're aiming for. So you decide where you want to be. You could just be hanging out here, so with that leg a little bit more straight versus in here. That can be your point. So we're going to do 2 times per side. So a right, a left, take a break. A right, a left, and take a break. That's our plan, okay? So you decide how in-depth you want to be with the posture. All right, side A, whatever side A is to you. Lift that knee. And then bring that leg behind. Move that hand to the inside. Lean it forward. And then you decide where you want the arm and hand and foot to be. And then nice and slowly, if you fall out, that's okay. Come back in. Bring that knee in front and drop it down. Other side. Knee up. Foot back. Move that hand. Lean it forward and pick your expression of the posture. Coming back in, switching that hand, bringing that knee in, and release it down. All right, grab some water, walk around, stretch out, move those muscles. And we're gonna do that one more time. I'm gonna give you more of a extended hold period. Next time, if you use it for the whole time, great. If you wanna come out early, do so. If you tap down by mistake or you get tired and you come back into it, you don't feel like you have to give up the pose right away. You can go back into it and come out, quote unquote, together. Just because you fall out of it or lose your balance does not mean that you failed that posture. That just means you brought yourself to the edge today and challenged yourself, which in my book is a win. All right, one more time, each side. This is challenging, so this is a little like 1.5 Rise and Shine yoga, but then we're gonna go back down to the ground and kind of do some more chill stuff, okay? All right, bring that knee up. Leg back. Switch the hand. Lean forward and hold. Four, three, two, one. Let's come out nice and slow and release. How was it? Do the other side. All right, lift that knee. Get ready to straighten it out. Lean forward. Four, three, two, one. Release. Bring that knee in front and drop it down. I don't know about you, my legs are tired. So, shake it out. Let's cross one leg over the other and let's just lean it down. Other side, roll it down. And roll it up. Bring those arms up. Swan dive down. Bring those hands towards the ground, bend those knees. And bring one foot back, the other foot back, one knee down, the other knee down, and sitting on up, nice and tall. Spinal twist. Other way. All right, coming into tabletop again, let's do our threading of the needle. So making sure our back is nice and straight versus any weird posture. Let's lift one arm and then bring that hand through, bringing that ear to the ground. We're gonna stay here a minute, so relax. Find your comfortable spot. All right, use that arm. Push yourself back up. Oh. All right, rock a little side to side. Same thing, other side. Lift the arm up and loop it through here on the ground. Relax, find your as comfortable position as you can be in. And breathe. Alright, push yourself back up. Sit back on those heels. If you feel dizzy, gives you a couple seconds here to get situated. Alright, let's lay on our side. Alright, so you can be up a little bit while I go through this, but when you were ready, head goes down in that arm. What we're going to do is we're going to bring this top leg back a little. We're going to lift it up, and we're just going to push back like we're closing a car door with our foot. All right, so we're going to do a version of that, and then we're going to do a version of just lifts here. Okay, so when my knees are stacked, I'm here, but I'm further back here. So this is the range of motion I'm doing it with. So I have like all this room. Okay, in. So relax that head and neck. Lift that top leg, keep that knee bent, slide that whole leg back, and now let's push. So I'm pushing the car door close. I can use this hand here for stability if I want. Now let's just lift and lower. More and release. Okay, take that top arm, bring it up, and then open up that arm to the back, so we're getting a nice chest stretch. If you want to bend and kind of grab onto your shoulder, that's fine. Bring that arm back up and then back in. All right, so now we're gonna have, so if my arm is just hanging out on my leg, I'm gonna bend my elbow here. And I'm just gonna open and close here. So I'm gonna go up and down. Trying to keep that arm as close to my torso as I can. So I'm not doing this motion up here. I'm here, I'm close. One more. Release. All right, rolling onto the other side. I'm going to turn so I can stay facing the camera, but you do you. All right, so head and neck are supported. Knees are bent. Lifting that top leg, sliding it back, and let's close that door. And let's keep it still and lift. Two more. And relax it down. So take the top arm, open up. Nice deep breaths. And let's come back in. Let's bring that arm right next to that torso. Let's open and close. So I have much more range of motion in this downward than I do up. Two more. And release. Okay, let's roll onto our back and do a little bit of core. All right, let's just do some nice basic crossover crunches. So I'm going to take my leg and I'm going to cross it over. Try to make a little figure four here. I'm going to take, so this is my left leg. I'm going to take my right arm and bring it back behind my head, and I'm going to support my head and neck. I'm going to come up and twist and come back down. This is a slow motion. We're going to squeeze that torso in, contract it all in together, and rotate. So come on up, in, and back down. Move on for 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful. Now keep the legs where they are. Lift up and grab behind the other leg and pull it in. You can either lift your head or keep it back. But I feel a good stretch in this outer thigh on this leg here. And relax down. And let's switch it out. So other leg. Other hand. Lose my headband. Let's go. Two more. Beautiful. Straighten that leg and bring those hands back. And decide, do you want your head up or head down? And release. Let's bring those feet to touch. Knees out as far as they will go today. Hands on the belly. Bring those knees in. Take one leg, cross it over, and then drop the knees to one side. Hands can either be on the belly or in a field goal cactus type of shape. release those arms. Let's come back to the center and stretch out the legs. Release the arms. Release the legs. And we're going to come into Shavasana here. We're not done with class yet, so no up and leaving. We still have a couple more things to do after our Shavasana. We're spending 3 minutes here. Nice and easy, and if you want to grab something for warmth, I highly suggest. I think I'm going to. Now I know traditionally Shavasana is the last thing, but I like to kind of bring us back into society a little slower today. Okay, wiggle those fingers and toes. And bring those knees in. Give yourself a big hug. And I want you to move around those feet at the ankles. Give yourself a big squeeze. Drop the knees to the side that you don't normally drop them to. And use that top arm to push yourself up to seated. I'd like you to come to a cross-legged position. You can either open your eyes or keep them closed, your choice. Bring those arms in front and walk those hands down. Drop that head. Walk those fingers to about 1 o'clock. And walk those fingers to about 11 o'clock. Keeping the shoulders back and down. Come to the center. Walk those hands back. Switching the legs. Staying here for a couple seconds. Getting yourself situated. Walking those hands in front. Dropping that head and neck. Walking those fingers to 11 o'clock. And then walking those fingers to 1 o'clock. Come back to center. Roll yourself up. You can bring your legs to whatever comfortable position you'd like. Bring one arm out. Move around that wrist. So we did this for the feet, we need to do this for the hands. Grab and pull back with that hand. Other side, move around that wrist. And then grab that hand, pull it down. Release. Little spinal twist, however you're seated. It's going to look different. And switch. Come back, center, drop that head and neck one more time. Really release those shoulders. And then roll that head up. All right, so we are all good for today. I hope you had a nice rise and shine or rise and shut eye. Have a great day. And I will see you next week. Now, if you want to take advantage of a live class, take part in our Tuesday. It is 12:15 to 12:45. It is a 30-minute express, but that is live every week. And if you don't have a chance to watch it live on Facebook, you can just catch it here on YouTube after. Have a great day.